Aloha, beautiful high vibe tribe. It is Pink Bella. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Pink Bella Aloha Therapy. I am going to be diving deep into some topics for us all today. And thank you everyone for being here, liking, subscribing, sharing out. Thank you for all new subscribers. My name is Pink Bella. I am a galactic liaison, quantum Akashic reader, healer, and galactic investigator. So we're going to be diving into the Akashic records today for a whole bunch of topics. But first off, I want to just talk a little bit about what's happening in Florida. I am going to pull some cards on that as well. I want to see if we need any more information about that. But first off, as a grid keeper and a gatekeeper and someone who facilitates taking care of the grid work here in the Pacific Northwest on the west coast of North America, I have sent prayers and I send a call to action to all Starseeds light workers, all of you to send prayers, light, facilitate assistance for the grids, for the souls, for the animals, for the land on the East Coast, specifically down in the Carolinas. And of course, there's a new hurricane watch for Florida. So please do that. I've also set the intention and asked the dragons to work with the weather patterns. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to bring in some messages from the dragons, but I've been working with the dragons here locally for the last month, specifically on managing the weather patterns here in the Pacific Northwest to bring in a balance of water. They are really fantastic at working with balancing weather patterns, or whether the weather patterns have been manufactured or are real. Okay. So for those of you who work with the dragons, I send a call out of action for you to assist as well, especially those of you who are on the East Coast and or are in Florida and the Carolinas. And also for those of you around the globe, whatever we could do to facilitate this, because remember, we're all connected. It is unity consciousness. So whatever happens in Florida impacts me here, impacts California, impacts Europe. It's all connected as well. Okay. So just, I personally have been sending prayers and light to all involved, including the animals, including the land, and I ask for you to do the same. So thank you all for doing that. Okay. So I'm just going to ask now for some really wonderful messages to come in. I'm going to pull some Galactic Tarot as well. So what we're going to talk about, I'm going to cover in this deep dive today. I want to look at the Hurricane Milton that's heading towards Florida. I'm going to ask the dragons to bring in some messages around that for us as well. I personally have been working with a beautiful group of divine goddesses. We've had an assignment of 3 divine galactic ley line and vortex crystalline grid work assignments. The third one I've had to postpone due to the weather in Florida, due to the earthquakes off the coast of California, because our third piece is for California and for Mount Shasta to sort of solidify and stabilize the first 2 grid assignments. So the first grid assignment was for the Rocky Mountains in Canada, all the way down to New Mexico. The second piece was for the Big Island of Hawaii, and they're going to all be connected as well. And this is to help stabilize the new crystalline grid system, as well as open up new Stargate passageways. And the whole moral of the story, the whole back message of our ascension is going home. Ascension is our golden ticket to leave the reincarnation recycle program and head on home. And for many of us, some of us will stay and work and facilitate assistant with New Earth. Others may want to go home to the Andromedan system as an example. Okay. All right. So you can please check out my last video as well, where I deep dived into the last hurricanes and Asheville and all of that. And again, prayers have been going out to everyone that's been impacted, because it is a domino effect. All right. I also want to look at the West Coast, the earthquakes, the fires, and because there's still fire. Here it is. It's the 8th of October. There's still very intense fires in various locations around the Rocky Mountains and in the Midwest. I also want to do a quick little look at the solar flash, because that's been coming forward as well. The solar flash was one thing, but it's breaking down into other souls. See if there's any other new information. Then I'm going to look at, today is October 8th. It is a very powerful abundance portal. It's an 888 portal today. So happy abundant blessings, everyone. I'll do a little review about the Jupiter retrograde that starts tomorrow, that will go into 2025. And we have a very powerful galactic manifestation portal on the 10th of October, also known as the 1010 portal. And then I got to bring in a little piece about the ARCHON grid systems and any information about that, and Ascension symptoms as well. Okay, so let's first look at, I've already pulled some cards, but I'm going to do some tarot. And I want to ask some other specific information about Hurricane Milton that's heading towards Florida, which will be like a second hurricane that's heading that way. So I already pulled some cards, but I'm going to do some tarot as well just to see what else we need to know, okay? And I'm a galactic liaison. I work with lots of different teams. I've called in Prime Source Creator and to bring in with the Galactic Alliance any messages that I need to bring forward for us all today. Yeah, okay. So first off, serious star blessings. So the galactic teams are absolutely aware of what's happening down here on Earth. We're not alone. And they're letting me know, like this actually says serious star blessings. They're actually letting me know that the powerful eclipse season that's brought in with the solar flares, we had 2 back-to-back X-class solar flares that I'm still recovering from as well. There's actually like, it's moving everybody around and everything around at this moment. And it's also getting the collective prepared. It's getting the collective prepared for, there's always this, like, I'll get prepared tomorrow. But in actual fact, it's been moving everyone into making sure that you have extra, a little bit extra food, extra water, taking care of your animals, your family. And for some of you, it's been waking up some of the collective that there's, you know, a bigger, broader world going on with the environment, with the weather patterns as well, okay? And it's, I would say more people around the world right now are very aware of Florida and the hurricane. So that in itself is a powerful collective prayer of healing energy being sent to those areas. The other thing I want to share with you is about if you or any of you are in fear, clear that energy out. That is a looshing energy for the dark ETs. They know how powerful we are as a collective, so we can use that energy to collectively divert horrific results. If everyone goes into fear, you're going to manifest and create that for them. So you want to use your tools to stay grounded and stay focused. Okay. All right. Orion activation. So to me, right off the bat, they're letting me know there's way more going on than what meets the eye, that the galactic battle is actually in that area and it's focusing on certain parts of Florida. So even the evacuation orders are to move certain people out of those areas so that there can be a cleanup process, and that the how do I put it? For those of you who are new, there are ley line and vortexes in areas of this planet that are have a lot of resources, including gold and other metals and components that both sides would like. So let's, for the sake of it, we'll just call them the white hat ETs, the alliance team that I work with. They are trying to secure the resources in those areas, and they're trying to close down some of the dark ET scenarios, which is also why they did some cleanup in the ports. By the way, the ports opened up within 5 days, so that's amazing. So that's one of the things that I talked about. So there is a battle. There's something else bigger going on in that area, okay? So even the people that are choosing to evacuate, it's a precautionary measure to make sure that everyone is okay. All right. Stellar gateway activation. That's what they're letting me know. They're letting me know there is a Stargate in that area. Actually, they're saying off the coast in the ocean between Mexico and Florida, there's a Stargate in that area, that there's a battle going on and it may go inland. So they're just letting me know that there's and the Stargate systems, some of them are old. They're old, broken down Atlantean systems that the dark ETs want to continue to use to mess up our timeline. So they're letting me know that that is partially why this is happening at this time. And yeah, it's not, I got to see what the tarot says, but right off the bat, they're letting me know it's not a natural hurricane. It has been created, okay? But it doesn't mean that it's not going to kind of act like a hurricane. So it's multi-purpose. We as light workers and starseeds have very powerful abilities to create grid systems, to send light, to send stability, to assist everybody in those areas. The souls that are leaving, maybe that aren't conscious and awake, are going to be more collectively awake of things outside of themselves. Right? So I'm sure souls in Florida are probably more aware than other souls, but everyone around the planet is watching this unfold. The third thing is that as galactic beings, we are still having a human experience, and there's going to be events that happen around the planet that impact all of us, but a reminder to always have some extra water, food, and resources on hand as well, okay? For emergency purposes, power going out, internet going out. And this came to me years ago, like when I would be knowing that I would need to fuel up my vehicle, I would actually fill it up. And because I live in the north, it was always a practice for the winter anyway. Cars run better in cold temperatures with a full tank of gas, the same. And somebody brought up a really good point. If everything goes out, anything electronic, anything digital is not going to work. So always make sure you have a little bit of cash on hand as well, okay? And I've been talking about this for months, and that is just common sense in these times. Okay. Finally, Sword of Light, which means everyone is being divinely protected. The White Hat Alliance teams are working night and day to ensure there's as little impact as possible. Okay. Divine protection and a breakthrough energy. So whatever is happening, whatever is unfolding is helping the collective in those areas really start working together more as a family and a team. Okay, let's pull some other messages and see what else they want me to share about. All right, there's going to be celebration, Three of Cups. So there's going to be a celebration once we get through this. This is part of the movie of moving us forward into December. Okay, heartache and loss, another three. Yes, unfortunately, in this movie, there have been losses, really hard losses of places that we love that are close to our heart. I'm going to go back again to Lahaina, Lionsgate, August 8th, 2023. We just lost Jasper in the Rocky Mountains. They're still there, but the memories, everything in the Akashic records that we love that touched our heart, we lost people and places, and people lost everything. That's the same what's happening in the, and there were other states involved as well, of course. So, but specifically Asheville got what, was so close to so many people's hearts. There's been heartache and loss, and there may be some heartache and loss with what's unfolding in Florida as well. Okay. But it's just a reminder that those souls are choosing it on a soul level right now to be part of that aspect of the movie. All right. And the light will win and is winning, but I love the souls that message me going, "Oh, the light has won." Yes, in an alternate timeline, but in this reality, we haven't gotten to that part yet. So we're all still part of this movie unfolding, and from that, we have to be in our hearts and have compassion. We can't just stand by and just watch it. We're to take action and to assist. Okay, October is the month of action. We do have a planet going retrograde, but we have Pluto is going to be going direct. We have full forward momentum now to get us through to December. And oh, look at this, discontent and boredom. When that card comes up, that means that the collective in those areas had been lulled to sleep. Even the light workers in the star seeds, nothing can happen. Here we are. Well, here you go. You on a soul level, you've chosen this experience. So let's see what else. So yeah, it's to take everyone out of the boredom of everyday reality that things can change at any moment. And I have been through my fair share of fast turnaround changes. So I like that there's been an awareness that there's been okay, everyone's had to choose on a heart level. Do we stay or do we go? All right. Okay. Rejoice in celebration. Let's see what wants to come on with that. Six of Cups. So once we get through all of these stories in October and November, it's going to be a time to breathe and relax and celebrate with family and friends and be grateful for every given moment of peace and abundance. And, anytime there was no glitches in our story in the Matrix, okay, that we're going to learn to appreciate those moments much more than multi-billion-dollar homes and boats, etc. They can be taken away at any moment. Okay. Heartache and loss. Well, we have the Sun card, which is one of the best cards in the deck, but they're pointing me also to the bottom of the deck, the Four of Cups. So not to focus on what is being lost, which is, I know, so hard to say. And I'm saying this because they're sharing this with me. The Team D wants us to lose into fear and anxiety and victim mode, to focus on the 3 cups, to be grateful for everything that we have, even the experiences, because these experiences unify new soul tribes. You make new friends and family. Even I grew up in a time when there was a huge storm that took up power in winter. I was just a small, my parents told me this story, but all the neighbors got together and formed an alliance that stayed with them while everybody was still living in this neighborhood, because everyone came, not everyone, but a big chunk of individuals came over to our house, because my dad had created this house where we could always have fire and light in alternate ways. He was quite ahead of his time. Okay, so focus on the blessings. Focus on the blessings. And, this modern society has pushed everybody into their homes to not talk to neighbors, to keep to themselves. Well, this pushes us out into, you're going to be meeting new soul tribe and friends and soul family that you'll have for life. So there is such a bright light at the end of this tunnel. Okay, they're saying it's not the end of the world. It's to help many souls and in the collective awaken. So light codes have been massively coming in as well. The teams of light, the white alliances are assisting us on all levels. Yeah, so there's, and you know what the 19th is? Okay, so the 19th of November, Pluto moves out of, what's the word I'm looking for? It moves into a new energy. So things will be much, much more stable by November 19th. Okay, what's the clear? Oh, we got 2 of the best cards in this reading, everyone. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so again, celebrating, rejoicing, family, light. This is part of everything moving along in the movie. The movie has accelerated, everyone, okay? Movie has accelerated. We've all been asking for this, so this is it. Okay, so discontentment and boredom. What is the overall message? Moving into the strength of our spirit and our soul. Awakening that we are galactic hybrids. We are light workers. We came in, and this is to help the movie move along. And guess what's at the bottom of the deck? 0 reset, new beginnings. So it's all super positive. What's the bottom of this deck? The devil card. So a lot of this is to clear out even the evacuation orders, to clear out those areas so that other operations can come in and clear out tunnels and stop processes that have been in those areas for a long, long time. Okay. So that's super positive. So hopefully that's helping everyone feel a little bit better. It is a very intense time if you're actually in the eye of the storm, but just know overall it's going to be okay. All right. I want to pull a couple of dragon messages to see. So by the way, if any of you would like to learn more about being a dragon whisperer, working with the dragons to help with weather patterns and all sorts of things, that's one of the offers on my website for the month of October. Okay. All right. And let's see what other dragon messages want to come in at this time. The magenta dragon. I love magenta, and I'm wearing magenta today, right? Enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom. So this whole experience is helping many souls awaken soul wisdom, soul memories, and a higher spiritual understanding and perspective. Prepare for accelerated ascension. So there's many souls in that part of the North American experience that are carrying wisdom from the fall of Atlantis. And some of the terror and the fear that you're clearing right now is from that other timeline when, guess what? Atlantis fell. There were crashes. There were things like these storms. So that if it brings up deep fear, that's why. But it's going to awaken so many people in that area, and it's already underway. It's already underway. Okay. One more message. The air and the fire dragon. And there's Pele and the Big Island of Hawaii, which I just talked about, expanding everyone's creative energies. It's actually going to move many souls into their soul mission and asking about the bigger questions in life. Why am I here? Why did I come? What can I do to make this world a better place? I love that. And one more dragon message as well. The dusky pink dragon from Andromeda. Now, isn't that interesting? Because I brought in Andromeda. So the Andromedan galaxy, I'm a galactic hybrid. I have worked with many different galactic alliances. The Andromedan light ships are closer than they've ever been. And many of us are connected to Andromeda. For those of you who would like to choose to ascend and to go home to Andromeda, you have that option. But the dusky pink dragon from Andromeda is there to help radiate love at this time and to bring in higher wisdom and to help more star seeds awaken in those areas. So that is so beautiful. Thank you, dragons. And by the way, the winds in my area, since I've been working with the dragons for the last month, the weather patterns have stabled out. We have been lacking water and rain for months. There were many massive fires. We have rain, and I've worked successfully with the dragons to facilitate a balance in the weather patterns. And I always work with source first, ensuring that that is an assistance. But yes, of course, I got a green light because the weather patterns were unnatural. We live in a rainforest and there has been no rain. There was hardly any rain or water last winter. We didn't even have a snowpack. So yes, so I'm working with the dragons for the betterment of where I am and the collective for more water and rain to be brought back naturally. So that's part of being a dragon whisperer. So super excited. Okay, let's get on with the list. So I talked about the dragons and the weather, the hurricanes. Okay, let's look at the West Coast right now. I want to look at more information about the earthquakes because we were actually to do our grid work assignment this Thursday, and I was given that there's instability on the West Coast, especially off California. There's been many earthquakes. There's been earthquakes where I am too, but I don't feel them as much. They're not impacting my area. I'm outside of Vancouver, British Columbia. They're not impacting my area as much as they're impacting California. And they're also causing a lot of instability and fear with souls in California in those areas. And yeah, so let me just pull a couple of cards and just ask for messages around that. Wow. So this is actually moving souls in that area into a higher heart, having compassion for all souls. There's been so many. So it's been moving stress and fear out. And what is California connected to the Pacific Coast? We're connected to Lemuria. There was just as many traumas with the fall of Lemuria as there was with the fall of Atlantis. So those of us on the West Coast are also moving out of fear and traumas from the fall of Lemuria and moving into our higher heart. Our higher heart carries levels of compassion, not only for ourselves, but our fellow souls in all areas, right? Okay. It also says dropping shields. I love that. So dropping shields and starting to know our neighbors and connecting with people in our community. Okay. A Gaia gateway activation. So Gaia is absolutely, she's transforming and she's going through her transformation as well. So she's letting me know, and they're letting me know that she's bringing in so much wisdom to help heal California and heal those areas. And then it's bringing more wisdom to all starseeds. I feel like more starseeds have been called back to California. So she's very aware, and she's also getting a lot of assistance from groups like myself who've been doing grid work in California, but also yet she's receiving assistance from the Galactic Alliances as well to be restored to be more of a Gaia gateway. Gaia gateway, okay? All right. And then one more message. I'm just trying to look at this card. Yeah, like specifically this card has North America in it as well and a rainbow over it, okay? Crown chakra wisdom. So some of the blocks for residents in California has been their crown chakras have been closed off. So this is when things happen, like hurricanes, like earthquake. It makes you start questioning everything. So it's to shake everybody up and reawaken spirituality and the believing in something outside of ourselves. All right. That's super important. Okay. So let's pull some cards here as well. And then I'll pull a dragon message. I want to see what we need to know about. All right. So I remember how I talked about fires. I'll pull one card about the fires. Those of us like myself who are able to work with the dragons, we are able to stabilize and close down the fires, especially the ones that were not created naturally. Most of them were not. Okay. Number 10, destinies. This is about California and the earthquake. So this is a destined unfolding, trapped in fear. it's bringing fear to the surface, and it's a reminder that you're living in an area that has been very much like very much earthquakes has been part of the process. Just to clear the fear out, 8, and help everybody step more into their power, also an 8. So again, a collective call to all grid keepers, light workers, starseeds in California. I know, and many of you are also going through your own story, but if you are able to send light to work on the grids to assist with the stabilization of the grids. Oh, you know what they're letting me know? They're letting me know that that has also been a looshing reaction. Create earthquakes, create fear. So you're all to make sure that you clear that fear out and help step more into your power and be able, if you can, be more proactive, because guess what's at the bottom of the deck? Firm foundation. It's to destabilize your root chakra. The counterbalance is the crown chakra. So it's to disconnect you from source, and it is actually to push you more into your your soul. It's to push and to remind yourself on a soul level that you chose maybe to be there. You chose maybe to be there. Okay. All right. I didn't pull any clarification cards. Isn't that funny? Okay, let's just pull. I forgot. Let's just pull a couple of clarification cards if I can remember. Moving out. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Moving out of troubled waters. California, you're going to be okay. High Priestess. There's been hidden things we all know going on behind the scenes in the music and the Hollywood industry and other parts. We think about when you go back into history, there was a gold rush and everyone went to California. So a lot of things were created in that area. So there's hidden things going on behind the scenes, even with the earthquake scenarios. Just like it might be bringing up stress and anxiety for all of you. That's a false barrier to clear. Work on clearing out those fears, because they're old fears, especially if it hits you, Jim. If it triggers something within you, okay? Like if you hear the word earthquake, or you see, or you're watching it, you're obsessing about it on the news, just know that that's bringing up, if it's triggering you, there's a deeper reason for that. It's from the fall of Lemuria. Okay, and the overall message is the Emperor. So that it's let me just pull one more card about the Emperor, because I'm looking at this card. Yeah, so I'm actually looking at this card in a different light at the moment, because I'm looking at the throne he's sitting on and the images. So right now, the Dark Allegiance is creating that fear, that looshing portal. They want the looshing. So that's part of it, which is good information for me for when we work on the grid assignment, we know what we're clearing out. So it specifically was created to create anxiety, lack of sleep, and stress for all of you. And it might just even be triggering your nervous systems overall. But yeah, they're saying, but it's okay. Moving out of troubled waters. And we have the 10 of Wands, which is fire. But it's also like 10 of Wands is like, the plan is moving forward. Okay, that's why there's been so much activity around Hollywood and the music industry. Okay, finally, let me pull some cards. Let's talk about the solar flash. All right, I haven't looked at this for a while. So the solar flash, many different people have many different perspectives, is, to me, it's prime source creators get out of 3D reality craziness and move all the source season light workers into New Earth program. However, to do that, if the actual solar flash happened now, there'd be so many souls on Earth right now that would go into trauma, stress. It would block the ascension, and it also would create like chaos, like just what I just shared with you. It would create like the fall of Atlantis and Lemuria tenfold, so much chaos for humanity. So it's kind of been on the back burner. All the galactic teams look at it on a daily basis to see whether it's necessary to do that. My impression is that's even why we just got 2 back-to-back X-class flares. We're getting that process one X-class flare at a time. Okay, so let me just pull some cards around the solar flash. What do we need to know about that right now? Seraphim's Gateway. So this is, Seraphim are a very high-powered angelic frequency around the galactic center around Prime Source Creator or the Godhead, whatever you want to call it. We are being divinely supported right now. And those of us are, we're being elevated to an angelic frequency, and we are the legions of light right now. So that's interesting. So we are perfectly being divinely supported right now on all levels. Venusian Galactic Council. So the Venusian Galactic Council is very much about divine goddess energy. And so they're letting me know that the game plan now is to ensure that all starseeds and light workers are hearing the call and stepping up into your missions. That the more of us that do that, it's a domino effect, and that it's going to benefit more so. It will bring in a higher frequency of love, of Prime Source Creator, Divine Sophia love for all of us, that will elevate humanity as opposed to displacing everything. All right. And it's interesting, the violet flame, which I've been talking about for years. I've got a whole playlist on my channel. The violet flame is about transmuting karma and bringing in a radical transformation. So we can use this tool on a daily basis to do what the solar flash has been called to do. And I know that that might not be palatable to some people that are just hoping the solar flash will come along and just save everybody. We are the ones that came in to, we are the ground crew. Okay. So let's ask if there's any other information about the solar flash. Discontentment and boredom. Oh yeah, so that's just the complacent of like, oh, we don't have to do anything because we've got the solar flash. So the solar flash will happen and clear everything out. Sacrifice. Number 7, choose wisely. That's the 7 of Cups. And then the overall message is High Priestess intuition. Okay. And the light codes coming in, that would be from the solar flares. All right, let's do some clarity cards. And the Galactic Alliance is going to bring in messages. All right, Page of Swords with discontentment and boredom. So they're already letting me know this is what came in months ago. Things are being cleared away bit by bit, little by little, and waking up one group, one collective, one state, one province, one country at a time. Okay, so that's an easier process. Now, what about sacrifice? Sacrifice to me means that's what we find out. We find out how many souls have sacrificed their lives over and over and over again. And we're clearing up, we're healing that, we're clearing up the trauma. Okay, so what's the overall message? Ace of Cups, which is an offer of love. So again, some of you, your mission is to help with that, to be part of those alliances that are cleaning up the karma of trauma and sacrifice that has gone on for thousands of years. All right. So we're to open up our hearts and be of service and offer our service, and not just sit on the sidelines and hope that it all gets just taken care of. Number 7, choose wise. So yeah, so there's letting me know the solar flash is like somebody comes in and just powers everything off and then repowers it up. So I used to be in tech. We used to do that. Guess what? You never know actually what's going to happen. You don't know when you power everything back on again. Will it work? Will it even come online? Is it going to be a complete, like, are all the starseeds and light workers going to be gone and it's going to be a mess? Yeah. So it's kind of one of those get out of the movie free card if it's necessary. So already they're letting me know. Prime Source is saying the same thing. Choose wisely. You look at your life as you came in for a mission. You came in to do something to help the collective. So do that. Don't sit on the sidelines and just hope that the solar flash is gonna clear it out. So we're to choose wisely. We're to choose our highest timeline for the entire collective, the earth, the animals, the plants, and our soul family, known and unknown. All right, that's a 7, Knight of Pentacles. So abundance will be achieved by all of us working together as a collective, not by just sitting around and hoping that it's going to be taken care of. Okay, so that's really, really cool to know. And then the High Priestess, which is information hidden at this time. Okay, so first off, for some of you, if you are highly triggered with anxiety, you think that that's going to fix it all. A one-shot deal. No, as a matter of fact, that's creating anxiety for a lot of souls, and it's going to create anxiety for a lot of souls. So let me see what else. The Five of Swords. So there's still a battle going on. There's still all of our work is needed because there's still a battle going on, both on and off planet, okay, a galactic battle. And many of us are working in our sleep around this, so we're very aware of that. And then we're Two of Cups. So the whole idea is to bring in more of the balance. The light codes are bringing in more of the feminine energy, the intuitive energy, the high priestess energy for masculines and feminines, but more so for the feminines, for us to step into our high priestess roles and trust our abilities and our guidance system as well. And the whole plan is to bring more of a balance and peace on earth to the planet that we know now. Okay. And if you're a parent and you have children, we want to make the world a better place for them and so on. That's always been the plan. All right. I love this. So we have the light codes again at the bottom of the disc. This deck is Star card. So the star councils they evaluate every single day, and they're very much aware that a process of light codes coming in and rebooting us all, sometimes incredibly like what we just went through with two back-to-back X-class flares, which since I've been paying attention to this, I've not seen that. Been leveling us, making us more making us sleep more and hydrate more and taking care of ourselves. That's the process. It's the process of moving everything along one piece at a time. And that's what the Galactics we've all been in all these meetings. We just don't remember it, but we've been in these meetings where it's like one step at a time, one piece at a time. Impatience is not going to be helpful at this point. We're going to move into our hearts and just ask every day, how can I serve? Okay. All right. I think that that's good. Let me look at the rest of the list and see where we're going to move into now. Today is an 888 abundance portal. So while I'm shuffling the deck, there's so many offers on right now for the 1010 gateway, including the Starseed Empowerment Package, which has like multiple. I just added another session today. There's multiple sessions to work with the dragons, the divine goddess codes, to have a deep dive into your starseed origins, advanced JSEALS clearing, all of that. So that's on offer for the 1010 portal, quantum Akashic records, soul mission, divine goddess codes, becoming a dragon whisperer. So you check all that out, okay? All right. So let's talk about this 8-8 abundance portal. This is a process of all of us believing in ourselves that we can manifest abundance with Prime Source Creator, with the universe. And oh yeah, check out the last two videos because many of you have been blocked from moving into your soul mission or being able to do that because of the ARCHON implants. The ARCHONs are the overall, think of the nesting dolls, the old-fashioned nesting dolls. So the outer layer would be the ARCHONs that manufactured the false matrix. So they're the puppet masters of all the different dark ETs that can come and bother us this night and attack us in the astral. So I would say light shield protection right now is super important, as well as, yeah, I'll talk a little bit about the Ascension symptoms as well. So there is a process right now where stepping into our power is taking care of our quantum field and our chakra system. And that's included with every session that I offer you as well. Okay, you receive like an upgraded light shield and chakra balance and all of that. Our chakra system is our internal Stargate system to help align us with our mission and with the crystalline grid system as well. Okay, I love this. Inner Earth base chakra. So right now, guess what? The abundance manifestation portal is to stabilize our root chakra, and laying foundations. So today, tomorrow is a very powerful time, and it's connected to Jupiter retrograde, where we are to really be clear about what is our base, where would we like to live, what would we like to do, how much financial support and blessings would help us as well. Okay, some of you are being called to rest and retreat at this time. You're going to be feeling it too. Like I said, we just came out of this massive solar flares, and then we have when Jupiter is one of the largest planets in our solar system. All the planets are connected to our chakra system. So when a big planet like Jupiter goes retrograde, which means it kind of goes stationary, we feel it. So some of you might be feeling it. Your pets are going to feel it. My cat has been sleeping a lot today. He's already feeling it. So retreating to recharge. And again, abundance and manifesting abundance prosperity is trusting the process. Finally, the temple of truth, which is connected to our throat chakra. Throat chakra authenticity, temple of truth, spending time in nature will really help at this time. We have gone through such a massive throat chakra opening. And I think a lot of that has been coming from the collective as well, from people being under a great deal of stress with some of the environmental effects that are happening right now. So this chakra, throat chakra, is connected to the ultra major at the base of the neck. Many of us have been experiencing headaches through the last couple of solar flares. It's been to upgrade this area and clear out old archonic implants, okay? So that has been going on. So for those of you who feel like you've been forgotten, abandoned, you can't create with source, no, it's been interference from the archons, and some of it's been ancestral as well. All right, why don't I just review all of the astrology? Let's talk about Jupiter retrograde and then the 1010 portal, and then I'll do a quantum reading for all of us, okay? All right, so the Jupiter retrograde starts October 9th to tomorrow to February 4th, 2025. It stations retrograde at 21 degrees of Gemini. 21 is the universal source card in the tarot. And it's initiating a period of introspection and realignment that lasts until February. This retrograde is especially impactful for those. It's gonna feel, I guess, it's connected more to the Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces energy. But I feel like what they're sharing with me is that it's actually going to move those souls that have a lot of that energy in your natal chart. It's going to help move you into higher levels of stability and abundance, okay? Encourage all of us to reflect on our belief systems and experiences. It's a fantastic time to clear away manifestation blocks and belief systems around money and energy around that exchange system, because as we can all see, the electronic system comes in, that's segregating different parts of society, and it's not allowing everyone to well, if power is taken away, you have no power, you can't use your little electronic anything, right? So we're starting to see that. So that's part of being grateful for all of that. Let me just see, what else is it coming into? It's going to bring up some challenges for some individuals, but it's to help you let go of the illusions and get into a mindset of spirituality and gratitude and what is the most important things in our reality at this time. Okay. All right. So then let's talk about 1010 gateways. Any of the galactic portals like 88, 99, 1010 are very powerful manifestation portals. And that means it's a golden ticket to elevate your ascension game, to go home, and in the meanwhile, create the life that you want to lead. What legacy do you want to leave for yourself and your family? Yeah. All right, so let's do quantum reading, Akashic reading, and I'll deep dive into Akashic records for this powerful time, the 8th, 9th, and 10th of October. Okay. I am present. I'll just pull 3, and then I'll ask the Galactic Alliance to bring me some messages. The Divine Matrix. Higher heart activation. Wow. Okay. So right off the bat, this is such a powerful 3 days, everyone. We are absolutely, they're just letting me know, we're absolutely moving through a very powerful gateway activation of our alignment for ascension. This is to move us into our higher heart. Look at, there's also, like, you can see all the gateways, right? It's to move us into our higher heart. What if we loved and had compassion for every living soul? What could we do? What could we share? What could we experience that will open our hearts up even more? As well as the I am presence, they're saying a light body activation. So we're still going through a process of clearing away and decluttering from those X-class flares from last week to access more of our higher self, our intuition, our superpowers, and the divine source within. We are all part of this amazing awakening program movie. Okay. All right, let me pull some tarot now and see if there's anything else that wants to come in. Number 7, stand in your power, stand your ground. Boundaries. Wow, Number 20, truth, seeing the truth, our third eye activations, opening up our third eye and seeing other aspects of the movie. All of us are getting another level of seeing the truth about so many people, places, things, right? Number 8, trapped in fear. Number 5, throat chakra. Okay, well, let's pull some clarification cards. So stand your ground, setting boundaries, taking the time out to go within the next couple days to set intentions. We got the 2 of Pentacles, all right, which is a balancing act. Yeah, so take some time for yourself to set intentions about what you wish to manifest. You know, abundance is financial. When we all have the financial resources that we need, we can complete our mission. We can have freedom to spend more time with Gaia, with Earth, with our family, with our friends, okay, doing things that we came in to enjoy. So set those boundaries and put yourself first the next couple days. All right, some truths are going to come to the surface. I feel like many of you are going to be receiving downloads and information about people in your reality. We got the Page of Pentacles, which is you're all going to start looking at resources differently, right? Because on this journey, we go through a period of like, oh, the wealthy people are evil and mean and money is evil. No, it's a resource. So whether it's a tangible resource like that, or we move over to a card resource, cards can't work if there's no electricity, if someone shuts down the power grid, right? So they're just saying to have a little bit of money and take this time to look at your money beliefs. Take this time to heal and clear any blocks around that, any manifestation blocks around that. Okay, some of it's ancestral. Trapped in fear. Wow, Page of Cups. This is an opportunity to clear out fear and stress and worry about financial resources, about abundance at this time, because it's a lie. And the throat chakra, we just talked about that, throat chakra activation. So you're experiencing headaches right now, you're going through a crystalline skull upgrade. And let's see what the throat chakra. We have the 8 of Cups. Spend time in nature, breathing, moving. Gaia is so abundant, and that this will help balance and heal any headaches as well. I love this. We got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. She is very abundant and prosperous. What's the bottom of this deck? So she's just, oh, look at this. We have the 8, another 8 power cards. So this is all of us stepping into our power, is to be able to manifest and co-create with Prime Source and the Divine Mother for the resources. And as we do that, it's a ripple effect for all of us, okay? So this is a very powerful next couple of days to do our inner work around abundance and prosperity. Okay, I'm going to leave all that. This is one of my very powerful Lionsgate as well. So all of you who resonate with being a Lyran aspect, this is really coming home for all of you. Okay, what else do they want me to do? I'm going to pull one empowerment card, and then I'll pull a unicorn, a crystal, and a dragon message for us. We all came in. Everyone's being called up now, birthing a new age. Okay, so we are learning how to manifest and co-create. We're dreaming a new world into reality. And like I shared with you, those manifestation blocks are most likely the blocks that the ARCHON set for you, seals, implants, tags, that have been blocking you from creating the life that you wish to live. And it's keeping you locked into the old matrix system. And that they just showed themselves to me in the last, I would say, month. Okay. And let's see what dragon wants to know. I love it. The gold and silver violet flame dragon. So that works with the violet flame. So you all know how powerful the violet flame is. We can program it to transmute all lower vibrational energy. And the gold and silver violet flame dragon is letting us all know that we can transmute everything around us with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. We're to offer service. We're to offer to be of service at this time. All right. I love that. It's all about soul mission right now. Freedom. Yeah, freedom and sovereignty. That's what we all are. So we came in to live wild and free. We're to choose our freedom on a daily basis, and we're to choose our independence and our sovereignty. I love that. And let's see what we bring in as a crystal. I love it. Aquamarine, some kind. Lucy, I'm wearing turquoise and blues. Any kind of blue stone right now to help you all stay at peace and to help your throat chakras really balance out. And guess what aquamarine says? It's courage. Can you see it all here? Courage, standing in our power of being balanced and being of service. All right. Okay. They're just talking to me. Right. Let me just see. Okay. I think I talked about everything. So the solar flares are upgrading us. The cranium is really getting a rewrite right now, which is the ultra major upgrade. Yeah. All right. So I've covered everything. So again, all sorts of offers on my website for the 1010 Gateway. Check it out. Email me if you have any questions. Everything's in the description box below. And for those of you who really want to accelerate your abilities, there are like extended coaching packages, but there's also the mentorship program. So there's availability to start that this month too. So email me if you have any questions. Look forward to working with all of you. Love and aloha from PinkBella. Take care, everyone. Love and have a beautiful rest of your week. Happy 1010 portal and blessing.